September. We join our teacher candidates in various classes on teaching methods and educational psychology.
Reading assignments, and every week they've got to do this reading, this big assignment, they've got to do this. They're handing in this big thing this week apparently. I haven't done anything. They all teach you like just techniques and stuff really. You're not really learning as much about the specific class itself, you're just learning different techniques to teach.
Always have at least one left. Try again. I think maybe it's order. Maybe you go first. Maybe we'll see. I think it's just random. Whoever gets that last turn. So try that again.
That's where the pressure is coming from. Like there's so much pressure to be that kind of teacher. And I know going in right now that I don't plan on being that kind of teacher. Like I'm gonna be what I think is the best possible teacher. Like the program's gonna help me formulate my view and all that, but right now I have a pretty solid view of what I want to be for the kids, because I know, we all have years and years of experience in the classroom being the kids. We know what works, what doesn't work. I mean, obviously we don't know everything. We're always going to be learning, but like the thing about like some of the stuff we're learning though is like my public school experience, like for example with math, was just worksheets, just worksheet after worksheet after worksheet. I mean, it sounds bland and all that, but it kind of got the job done.
Yeah.
And like now, what with like what we're all learning, like we don't have to do like not have to do. But, like, they're telling us not to do like worksheets like as much. They're telling us to like use manipulatives and all that. But like I kind of still want to get a couple worksheets in there. Yeah. I kind of want to do that stuff because that's what got me practicing. What got me, I wanted to get everything right. I didn't necessarily want to all the time play with the blocks. I think like the way teaching is like. When we were in school, it was very traditional, and now it's moved so far to the progressive side. Like I'm not fine with either side, like being so progressive or traditional. Like I kind of want to get in the middle, but like they're really pushing the progressive thing. I have like a small fear of even pushing a child to want to do something, to give the kids a little push, to have them sit there a little longer and work on the problem.
Well, how many would you get? 40. How many get 45? Thumbs up? Wonderful. Okay, if you're that good at it, then you won't have any problem with that. I'd like you to add the numbers from 1 to 99. Put them all together. But see, you're going to be able to do that in the mind's eye again. You don't need paper and pencil because you have the elegance of mathematics.
I think for me, I'm just trying to figure out, because I've never really worked with the full curriculum before. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate that into the lesson and if I'm doing it right. And I think it's just all about the practicality, being able to take it and transfer the knowledge.
So what are we doing now? We're going to be working in...
Alright. So where are we anyways?
We're doing foremanship. This is drama. So we're looking at foremanship.
She's always saying link your lessons to real world experiences and real world.
We can start brainstorming. So you said form, shapes and forms and buildings. So we can start brainstorming a list, and then from there, Shanghai, what did you have in mind?
A couple weeks ago, for one of my other classes, they wanted us to do a reading on poetry and how to use it in the classroom. So they had broken it down and gave us strategies on how you would incorporate it into a real language arts classroom.
Yeah, the hotel and the...
Tons of different ones. Cultures, right? The cultural context.
Yeah.
So we can link everything.
Hardworking people. Will about 2 minutes give you enough time to finish up on just discussing getting your plan of attack here? Is that enough? Okay.
And it seems like, although it is, I like the whole concept of it being very individualized and catering to the units, catering to each of the students, but when you have 30 students in your group, you can't always cater to the 30, and it's just, I guess, for us, how do we find ways and strategies to use so that we can cater to a large group but not all? You do it every week while you're in the class. So if you have any questions that you encounter, you can ask right away and get direct feedback.
Great. We're going to get started in a minute. And on the board over here, I need some directions.
Yeah. Well, we do the assignments weekly and we hand them in, but online. We don't have to actually bring a hard copy, but they're small. Like they're very small assignments, so it's not a big deal. And I really find the book very helpful too. Like I really like the book. I read what I need to read for the assignment, pretty much because there's just so much other stuff to do. But what I read, I like, and I really like the teacher too.
English.
Yeah, I've used some of the knowledge I've learned in English, not necessarily from the book, but from the teacher, because she brings real life examples and gets us to do these little activities like four corners and word splashes
Jigsaw
and stuff.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I took that and I incorporated it into my lesson plan. So for math, and they're really into, all the teachers so far that I've encountered are very are proponents of incorporating like the arts and other subjects into the subject you're teaching, which I like.
Yeah.
I could see how some teachers would be like, oh no, math is the best, you have to teach math just with the concepts. But my math teacher is really into like, oh, bring literacy in, bring this in, you know, he's very, and I like that.
A consequence is defined by Skinner as a reinforcer or a punisher, depending on whether it increases or decreases the that it follows. It's designed to promote desirable behavior or suppress undesirable behavior. Is pleasurable or uncomfortable for the subject receiving a consequence, or occurs as an antecedent to or as a consequence of the behavior. One correct answer. You discuss it within your group, so whoever's standing out. Wow. Is that a tie?
Alors, si c'est possible, organisez-vous en 6. Parce que vous êtes en... Parce que j'ai seulement 6 feuilles chaque.
Ok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ok, si...
Okay.
I don't know. Personally, for me, Teachers College has been really predictable because I kind of scouted out how it's worked through the schedule. It's like, okay, it's going to be classes, it's probably going to be readings. My housemate last year did Teachers College, so I kind of anticipated everything coming. It's like, okay, placements coming up, and you do that. So I wish I were more excited, but I'm really not because I knew it was coming, kind of thing. But at the same time, like I wish there was just more stuff in the pedagogy. Like I just feel that sometimes you're going too slow, sometimes not really doing enough. I don't know, that's just me. Lesson planning and stuff like that, and I think it has more to do with me having done a TESOL online course over the summer. So like how to, this is the certificate for teaching English overseas, and it already went through things like lesson planning, went through things like error correction and like grammar, and it just, now that it's being repeated to me, I'm just like, okay, cool, I'll just sit down and play nice, listen to the teacher, and then do my assignments, and then be on my way. But that's
Communication pour également le sport. Créativement.
I mean, really, Amani didn't even ask them for what. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Are you ready? Okay, you have to get up here. Okay, okay. So
I'm happy with what I'm learning right now, and I'm realizing that yes, there are so many assignments, but when I think about it, they're very short assignments. They're not very time consuming, hopefully. So as long as I'm using my time management skills.
So take out your lesson plans.
I just think because there's so many classes, like in 1 week, in one short amount of time, and some of them you have to go to twice a week, and every time you go, you're expected to have another set of readings done or another assignment done. That just the amount of work. Maybe it's not difficult work, or maybe it's not time consuming, but it takes up a lot of your time because there are so many classes. A year ago, I finished my master's degree, and there was a lot of theoretical readings, and they would be very dense information, and it's kind of a refresh. I really enjoyed that, but it's a refreshing change to have readings that seem more applicable to my career moving forward. And I've been really happy here with the staff and the faculty. I feel like they've been very inviting, And I'm excited for placement. I want it to be placement now. I enjoy the classes, but I'm really excited to just get out there and start teaching.
But it seems like every class is pretty much connected, and in every class we're learning similar theories about, for example, critical thinking and promoting positive environments in class. But I really like that, and I feel like it's easier for me to keep up when everything is really the same.
My program also, my undergrad was drama and education, so there is a lot of overlap for that. But I'm finding it a really welcome refresher, and I feel like because I'm so much closer to my goal of actually going out to teach now, that I feel like it's more applicable now to me, and it seems like it has so much more value now.
Yeah, exactly. With me, my background was in health sciences, and we went over health policy and Canadian government and everything like that. So just, for example, learning about policy in Canada in relation to education is also really refreshing.
Oh my goodness. Like what activity?